Well, hello there, everybody. I, first of all, just want to say the truth. I have missed seeing you and being with you and getting to connect with you and engage with you person to person. I'm so grateful right now for technology, as much as I always tell y'all to put it away when you're in my classroom. I am so grateful for it right now, that there have been ways to connect with you and check on you and continue to try to do the things that pals do, and thinking about other people and giving ourselves away. And I'm grateful for it, and I'm thankful for you, that I've had in some way touch base with all of our pal family. And for the most part, I think everybody's doing okay as we can in this really strange and unexpected and interesting time. We are not going to lose ourselves in this. I think in some totally undefinable way at this point, we're all going to come out of this stronger, wiser, more resilient, and ready to face whatever else our lives have to throw at us in the future. But I just want you to know I think of you often. Clearly I'm sending things to you via Remind and It's Learning and the Skyward email now and then, and just want to do my part to make sure you know that you are in my thoughts, and that while academics and school is important, it's not the most important thing. But routine is good in a time like this, and we don't want to stop learning and growing and stretching. And so we're going to continue to do that. Now, today it may not surprise you that what I want to do something super normal for us, something that I feel has always been a good thing for our class, and that is I'm going to read you a story, a something to think about story, and then have you tell me what you think about the story, what you learn from it, something that you take away, and you guys can post that on Remind for me or whatever. It's not an assignment. This is not an assignment. This is a just because. But I did want to share this story with you today, and hopefully it will speak a little bit to what we're dealing with right now in this really crazy season. It's called The Window, and it comes out of a book called Chicken Soup for the Soul. There were once two men, both seriously ill, in the same small room of a great hospital. Quite a small room, it had one window looking out on the world. One of the men, as part of his treatment, was allowed to sit up in bed for an hour in the afternoon, something to do with draining the fluid from his lungs. His bed was next to the window. But the other man had to spend all his time flat on his back. Every afternoon, when the man next to the window was propped up for his hour, he would pass the time by describing what he could see outside. The window apparently overlooked a park where there was a lake. There were ducks and swans in the lake, and children came over to throw bread and sail model boats. Young lovers walked hand in hand and beneath the trees, and there were flowers and stretches of grass, games of softball and volleyball going on. And at the back, behind the fringe of trees, was a fine view of the city skyline. The man on his back would listen to the other man describe all of this, and he enjoyed every minute. He heard how a child nearly fell into the lake and how beautiful the girls were in their summer dresses. His friend's descriptions eventually made him feel he could almost see what was happening outside. But then one afternoon, the thought struck him, why should the man next to the window have all the pleasure of seeing what was going on? Why shouldn't he get the chance? I mean, he felt ashamed, but it just didn't seem fair to him. And then one night, during the night, his roommate died, and the nurses in the morning took his body away. As soon as it seemed decent, the man asked if he could be switched over to the bed next to the window. So they moved him, tucked him in, and made him quite comfortable. The minute they left, he painfully and laboriously propped himself up on one elbow, and he looked out the window. It faced a blank wall. Something to think about. Let me know what you think about the story. Maybe something we can take away from it during this time of a little bit of isolation. Maybe not so much from our families, but from our friends and the people with whom we feel really connected. So let me know what you think about the attitude of the man whose bed was next to the window. Hey, I love you guys, and I miss you. And I really look forward to the day when we can all be together, hugging and high-fiving and fist bumping. I'm thinking about you, Jules, again. All right, y'all take care. Give me some feedback. I'd love to hear from you.